Hello there, fellow NPCs. I am Scythe, and we're going back into the Call of Cthulhu. We failed miserably against the Dimensional Shambler, and I had to look up on YouTube what I was doing wrong. And apparently, I'm not as thorough as I thought I was when it comes to looking around for stuff, because there is one thing that is different from other things. Let's put it like that. So let's see if I manage to do it now before we start a fight. Nope, we don't. We're fighting it right away. But behind this painting there is a small note showing a specific dagger with a eldritch sign on it, with the elder sign on it. And that is the dagger we need to look for. I have checked out where it is, and now we will be able to fight this shambler, hopefully.
What the hell was that?
Now, let's take the same path I did in that video. Fuck off, bitch! Well, that was unfortunate. It was not supposed to find me that easily. Ah, shit. Yeah. Why did it go back? Son of a bitch. This is gonna take a little bit.
What the hell was that?
Did not expect that. Shit. But it's in here, by the far end of this room. My heart is racing again. And I don't see the shambler anywhere. So, go for it.
Damn. This dagger looks different.
Now. How, you bastard? No good. And it's coming back. He's wandering around. Ah, man, it's going out the wrong way. Fuck! Fuck! Yeah, finally! Oh! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get back into the painting, you son of a bitch! Oh! And we are cursed. We are gonna have a bit of alien hand syndrome, I guess. Let's stab the shit out of it. But no.
What's the matter with you?
Jesus. Banish the dimension. Shine the thing on the doorstep. Banish the dimension. I'm using only one dagger.
You're losing it, detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
You could say that. The painting was cursed.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
Oh. You knew about the monster, you didn't hear anything. You must have noticed the state of my arm.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
Me.
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
Yeah.
And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake.
Drake!
He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I
He's a magician.
It was him who sold it to Sanders.
And you give me this information for free. I really should talk to this Drake.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want.
Yeah, no, all shaky.
I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
She didn't want us in the gallery. The chandelier turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins. As a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature has been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Well, at least it's not the Nameless Isle, but that because that's a thing in Arkham Horror as well. Haven't read any novels like that. Ooh, Blooded Windows. But it's part of the Arkham Horror board game, 2nd edition. Call of Cthulhu, maybe it's called. Don't remember right now. I do think the 2nd edition board game was better than the 3rd one. The 3rd one was interesting,
bookseller,
but also very difficult to read, to play.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams.
Freud,
it's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
This practical work, written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. The analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. He treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Not really. I'm just getting a lot of medicine. Why is medicine so easy to find in this place? Oh, I'm so shaky.
An old diary.
Oh, Diary of the Pastor. Okay, so that's a collector's item I apparently missed. The pastor declares himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. So that's pretty much what's going to unlock some of the answers in this game, I guess. Inspect the bookstore. I'm doing that right now. Darkwater history. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood. History of Darkwater, Volume 2. Settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first building, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church and cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. How many of those have I found, though? Let's see. Case solved. Sleeping Pills. Atlas. Atlantic Islands. Learning of Medicine Volume 1. Volume 2. History of Medicine in the XV 18th centuries. Moby Dick. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Sketchpad. Ritual Dagger. Noted Bible. Wayland Card. Amulet. Dissertation of Anatomical Question. More Sleeping Pills. Diary of Pastor's Wife Volume 3. Malleus Bestiarium Volume 2. History of Darkman Volume 1. Diaries of the Pastor's Wife Volume 4. Interpretation of Dreams. So I have the Diary Part 3 and 4 and History of Darkwater Volume 1. Gotcha. Similar to what we found in the Institute. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection. A precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume. This book focuses on healing surgery specific to malformations and motor disorders. Have I gained medicine yet? No, I haven't gained any medical skills. And I have 3 points. 6 points, 6 can't, 4, 6. Breviary of Medicine, Tome 3. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. Interesting. Any more medical or occult books I can find here? Please, more occult, please. It's not called Cthulhu if it's not occult. Well, that's more anatomical stuff. Hey, someone's brain. Ooh. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection Book 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustration of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. So... Oh shit, it has an Eldritch Shine too! But how do I get past this? Oh. Well, that is weird, to say the least. Yeah, I can see it, but allow me to get close to it then. Yeah, that's a boob. do I get close to it? Did I miss something? Ah, here's one more room. Oh, okay. Let's see what happened in here.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
So someone broke in, and then they must have gone for something in particular.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Tall is something you can see based on the size of the shoe, but also on the spaces between the 2 feet. So that's how he concludes that. Otherwise, the person would be running. Oh, I didn't see this. I don't think it was there.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
I guess I failed. Yeah, because no ghost showed up. Clumsy ghost. I can't go in here. But he's also walking in this direction, so is there something here? Where are the clues? Can I go in here? Yeah, I can. So dark though, it's barely visible. Can't pick up the lantern either. But what am I supposed to do next? Ah, I can go in here. Silly me.
What killed all these animals?
Yes, the elder sign did.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
Oh, okay, that's what that is. I see.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Yeah, that happened. But let's wait with that, because that would be the last thing we would see, I guess. Oh. No, the painting is see-through. Let's do some occult investigation. Oh, we're glitching! That doesn't happen in this.
What the?
Oh!
Charles Hawkins?
Charles Hawkins? Wait, how the fuck do you realize that? You can only realize that because you're doing some occultism.
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
On the dagger. Oh shit, that's why it's glitching. We are reaching into the occult.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Oh, looks like it was, could see her eye. And it rejected me too.
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Yeah. New objective, consult diary. So, Algernon Drake, the owner of the bookstore, also knew Sarah Hawkins. Their relationship went far beyond that of a seller and a faithful client. She helped him to protect an object. They hid it in the backroom safe, and Sarah Hawkins painted this strange symbol on the door. Charles Hawkins must have wanted to steal it. I must open this safe and find out what's hidden inside. How can I find the combination? Understood. Still on the 3. So I need to find... Well, that was
Drake left
easy.
instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
How to find it, not the just not the actual code. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I'm in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be discovered and buried and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possessions. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Okay, let's see here. And clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Life and study. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Armitage of the Miskatonic University. Okay, Professor Armitage is an actual character. Drake is just a family name, because Drake is not this Drake in the games, but Professor Armitage is a big deal. He is a character. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. 3 cylinders. Well, I guess I know where I'm going. Or not.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
It would seem so.
What link did he find between
Key relief
and an old amulet?
Really? That's where Cthulhu lives. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Sure! Why isn't there anything here? Weird. Okay, let's find the 3 cylinders that combines life and study in the Greek letters. Greek letters. Cylinders. Son of a bitch, that's a lot of things to look at. Those are not cylinders. Hey, let's do it.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Asathos is, that's badass. A collection of poems by Edward Pickman. Oh lord, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when it was first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises. Whoopsie. A luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. Hey, I didn't get anything for that.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
The Key of Solomon. A book of spells supposedly written in by the legendary King Solomon. It contains various ritual of invocation and rituals of curse. Re-edition by Claudia D. Waits, based on L.W. de Lawrence original. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and work in the esotericism and the supernatural.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Damn. Opera in 8 acts by Benvenuto Cietti Brodigera, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It is said that the opera was performed only once, resulting in an audience riot that left several dead and missing. Sounds like the Yellow Sign. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection, blah blah blah.
Arkham Editions.
Prophecies.
Never heard of him.
A collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse. Written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Whitebridge.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Yeah. A book of esoteric philosophy and a key text in Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement. Written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Corpus Hermeticum. Written by Hermes Trismegistus. Translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Coppelius. This collection of texts that everyone believes was written by a legendary philosopher. It includes a translation of the Emerald Tablet. That's also a game, I believe. A popular text among the 16th century alchemists.
Arkham Editions.
An ancient Frisian manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover that our alphabet is derived from the Frisian language.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Things That Should Not Be, a collection of essays on American folklore and urban legends, written by Albert Wilmarth, professor at Miskatonic University. I can only hope that I get something. Here we go. Here's a couple of cylinders.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
That I get some occult knowledge by finding all of those books.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
These Tibetan writings are the origin of the esoteric movement founded by Helena Blavatsky at the end of the 19th century. The creator of Theosophy would have drawn extensively on the text of this work, but no one has ever been able to consult them. I thought they didn't exist. This book, discovered in the nameless bookstore on Darkwater, could be as much of a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Hey, now I got some. Anything else in here? Nope. Now I just need to find a way to listen to those things, those cylinders. Unless I just open the my lamp oil. Open the, what's it called?
Things are not looking good.
Oh, is it not? Someone's smart, because I would not be able to figure that out. Whatever.
A kind of chalice.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Doesn't necessarily look like it. Darkwater history. Here we go. That's the thing I was looking for. Drake's cylinder. Message recorded by Drake. Listen.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold.
That's the
Being
goblet.
the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
That's the
Let those
chessboard.
of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Is it a number of
Let
pieces?
those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number
White
dwindling,
pieces.
and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We
So,
shall refuse to be the playthings of
Rubies,
destiny.
white standing pieces.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
And Azathoth. So,
The Chalice of Knowledge.
one. Okay, starting at this crack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Number of standing pieces. 1, 2, 3. 3. Maybe 4 with the queen.
The Queen has little protection.
And book 9, Azathoth.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
A collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems were sensationally received when they first published it in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural. Nine, I guess. Rotate S. Change lock. And 9. No. No! Jesus. Here we go. Oh, that is not a small book. Someone's gonna attack me for reading this. Or I'm gonna go insane for reading this. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Oh, that's much scarier. I need to learn that as a storyteller. That what's scary is not monsters simply attacking you, but things around you. Thing around you happens that you cannot explain to anyone else. Read the Necronomicon. Oh, that was the Necronomicon? Oh, fuck me. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the ladder and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside, irresistibly attracted the detective. when he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Oh. And who wrote the Necronomicon? The Mad Arab? Is that his title? El Al-Hasred.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
Oh!
That says Dr. Fuller. It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do.
Is that
Mr.
Francis?
Blake, can you hear
No.
me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
Marie
There's
Colden.
nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
But that is where I cut off for today's episode. Now we're finally getting into the spooky parts of the game. Well, killing a shambler is, being hunted by a shambler, is spooky as it needs to be. But this, remembering someone else's memories, is a different kind of spooky. The kind of spooky I like. So yeah, we will see what happens in the next episode when we are Maria Colden. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, just because you're not the main character, it does not mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.